Yeah, okay. Bob, Cable BKC and 4LQ. Yeah, well, you're about 10 to 15 over here. Good, strong signal. Easy to copy, too. And I'm listening to you in synchronous AM. I've got it over on the USB side right now and got it opened up to where I'm catching your highs. And sounds pretty good. Well, would you give me the brand name of that monitor again? Over.
Yeah, it's Raquel Dana. I believe it's RACAL and then DANA. Raquel-Dana 9008 is the model number. Over.
Yeah, okay. 9008, Raquel Dana. Okay, I'm not familiar with that brand, but that'll give me something to look for. I look at them on the eBay every now and then. A lot of them are for FM, and they wouldn't do me much good, I don't think. But I'll see what I can find. I would like to have a couple of big meters up here. I've got this kind of an El Cheapo antenna current balance meter from MFJ. It works okay. It's got the cross needles on it, and you run your ladder line through it. And if there's an unbalance, you can definitely see it. It does make a difference if it's unbalanced, and when it's balanced, it crosses over in the center, just right on this red line. I don't know how much power it can take. I had to put a shunt across it because it was too much power. And really, it should just have a variable resistor, but they tried to calibrate it, a switch on the front. There's a 4-position switch to set the power level, and I don't know how in the world that could make any difference at all. I mean, most tune feeders, you're going to have, it's going to read different depending on the impedance at that point, so it's kind of irrelevant. So really, they should have just had a pair of balanced potentiometers to adjust the sensitivity and not worry about the actual current, because I don't think that would matter unless you had a certain impedance you were interested in. But, and okay, on Robert Smith, was he a ham, and would you by any chance know what his call sign would be? Over?
Yeah, Robert is W0 Victor Mike Charlie. Whiskey 0 Victor Mike Charlie. He's a long-time ham, and he's got a website. You could Google him and see some of the equipment he's built. That he is extraordinary builder and restoration master. But if you just Google him, I don't think he has too much on his QRZ page, but his website has a lot of stuff on there. But he helped me with the restoration with the conversion of the 20V2. He happened to be down here delivering a transmitter. He lives in northwestern Wisconsin. And he was down in Mississippi delivering a transmitter, and he came back through here and helped me with the conversion of the 20V2. and it's been solid as rock. Anyway, back to you, Steve. N4LQ K4BKC.
Okay, all right, very good. K4BKC and 4LQ. Well, I got Robert's call down here, W0VMC, and I'll snoop around and see what I can find out. I was always curious as to where that thing may have come from, and I suspected somebody had painted them. I painted one time. Twice I tried. The first time I took the panel off and stripped the paint, and I realized that I've got one of those R398s that didn't have engraved numbers on it, or lettering. That was a shame. That's what I did. I stripped it using an airplane paint remover, I think it's called. And man, that was a huge amount of work trying to get that paint off. That one had the best paint I ever saw. It did not want to come off. I finally got it off though and sprayed it down with a pretty gray color, and it came out looking really good. And then I used white paint stick, got it the lettering filled in, and it turned out pretty decent. But I'm not very good at painting things. I did paint the knobs too. They stripped pretty easy, and I just soaked the whole knob in and I took a board and I put a bunch of nails in it, and I just put the knobs on top of the nails and sprayed it. So it turned out pretty good. So now I got a few more little transmitters here. Nothing very big. For a while there, I had a Johnson Desk KW, and that took up exactly the entire shack. I've got, kind of an adjacent room to this shack, and it's only 6 feet wide, and that desk just barely fits. That's all that would fit. That thing was scary to operate. Big old noisy fan and remote. Well, they had a great signal. It did a good job, and I decided to sell it, and I put it on QTH, and this guy came out to buy it. Actually, it turned out to be a CB'er. Put it on a trailer, a little lawn trailer on the back of his truck, pulled it away. As far as I know, he put it on the air. But those guys, they'll do about anything. So I kind of like the idea of using a little transmitter and a big amplifier, and I can use this amplifier for about anything. It'll handle it, and it's one of the few that you can run full legal fire on AM. Although it got pretty hot here, I've got an auxiliary fan. I set next to it to blow air in it to kind of help it out, because I don't want it to get too hot. The blow air coming out of that thing is enough to burn you. So, anyway, I hooked up another VCX 1200 to it. I saw a used one the other day for $1,000. They ain't cheap. So, let's see, I've got an Amico here I like to use. It's an Amico TX96, and it's screen modulated. And it'll do not quite as much PVP output as this DX60. I modified the DX60. I converted it to exactly the same schematic as the Heathkit Cheyenne transmitter. And both use the same tubes, the same modulation scheme, but there's a difference in the way that the modulator is feeding into the into the final. And it was a real simple modification, but I was able to double the power output doing that. And I don't know why they limited the DX60 unless it had something to do with novices or whatever, but it was just as easy as could be to change it. and that boosted the power output from 8 watts up to about 17. So I'm real happy with that. I've cut a hole in the front panel and mounted a DDS VFO in it, so I can go anywhere I want to with it now, and it's a pretty versatile little transmitter. And let's see, I've got an old Lasco 600 that is has the AM modulator in it that I like to play with. Got a DX20 like the first one I had when I was a novice, which of course doesn't have AM, and a few little Kinetic gadgets, little transceivers and things that I'm keeping around from Kinetic. So back to K4 BKC and 4LQ.
N4LQ, K4 BKC. Okay, Steve. Well, you've got some neat small transmitters, and that's a real versatile way to operate. I like the DDS VFOs. I've got a DX60B over here, but it doesn't have a VFO. It's I've just got it crystal controlled and have never done anything else with it. But I've seen some of the DDS VFOs, and they are really nice. And that would be a good project for me. I believe I could do that. But I don't have any legal limit amplifiers that I could use. And, Ameritron advertises their AL1200 as their most rugged legal limit tube. So that's a good thing, because like you said, they are expensive. But there are several people around that use them and sound really good, and they like them. One is a fellow up in Kentucky, and he's on early in the morning, every morning on 3885, 75 meters, and he uses his AL1200 quite often. Well, Steve, I'm gonna have to run back in the back and get some things done with my wife, and I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation, though. Glad to have run into you here on 40 meters, sounding excellent. Back to you, and I'll make this my final and listen out. My best regards. N4LQ, K4 BKC.
You may know Cliff, WB4NKL, but I talk to him all the time. Both 75 meters, and he's on the Old Friends net that meets on Tuesday and Thursday, 9 o'clock in the morning, and Sundays at 6:30 p.m. on 3715. If you ever get a chance, drop in on us there and say hello. And this VFO is one that was put out by N3ZI, and boy, I love it. I mean, he quit making them. I wish he hadn't, because I would buy more of them here. I've got two of them. I got one outboard and one inboard on the DX60 here. So, okay, well, I certainly enjoyed the QSO and enjoyed listening to your beautiful sounding transmitter there and great modulation and good conversation. So, you have a great day. Have a good day tomorrow, and we'll say 73's, Bob. K4BKC, N4LQ, be clear.
7-3, Steve. Happy 4th of July. See you later.